Let's look at some more. And Parliament on Monday approved 826 million Ghana cedis for the Electoral Commission for the conduct of the presidential and parliamentary elections in 2016. The Electoral Commission had budgeted for over 1.1 billion cedis for the elections. The EC expected about 100 million to be used for other administrative expenses, and this leaves a funding gap of almost 400 million Ghana cedis. The Commission spent over 200 million in the 2012 general elections. Now, to look at this further, I do have Dr. Franklin Odro, who is the head research and also the programs and deputy director of CDD Ghana. I'm told we've lost him on the line, but when we get him, we'll do speak with him a lot more about the cut in budget for the Electoral Commission. But remember, you can send your comment on our social media platforms. Facebook and Twitter is News on TV3. We're still trying to reach Dr. Franklin Odro, who is the head research and programs and deputy director of CDD Ghana, to look at Parliament's approving 826 million Ghana cedis for the Electoral Commission to conduct the presidential and parliamentary elections for 2016. Good afternoon, Doctor, and thanks for your time.
Hello?
Can you hear me, Doctor? Good afternoon, and thanks for your time.
Good afternoon.
Now, the cost of elections in Ghana per capita has, as compared with other African nations...
I can't hear you well. Your line is a bit faint. I'm not hearing well.
Okay, is it better now? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me, Doctor?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Now, I was asking earlier on that the cost of elections in Ghana per capita as compared with other African nations has been raised in some quarters. And over here, we do have Parliament cutting the budget allocation to EC. What do you make of this?
Well, first of all, I mean, it's good to compare. But it's also good to look at your context. So as much as I agree that comparatively we may be spending a lot more on our electoral processes as compared to other countries within the sub-region, I also think that we may have to have a better understanding of what makes our cost of selection that high. The Parliament, as you rightly said, or the Minister of Finance, Executive, slash the requested amount of money brought by the issue. But it's important for us to find out which particular items that have been slashed and whether those items, if the Electoral Commission doesn't have them, will undermine its work.
Now, a major concern for some government agencies and even institutions when it comes to their working effectively as they should is the slashing budgets. It means that in the long run, when they're supposed to assess their work over a period, they go back and say that, okay, I budgeted for so and so amounts, but it was cut off, so I couldn't do this and this. Isn't this a bit disturbing over the years, with that becoming the trend?
Well, and I think it's important to stress that I think at all costs, we should, as a nation, find the means to support the Electoral Commission. We should not create the room for the institution to, for example, suggest that we could not undertake an exercise that we wanted to take because we didn't have the money.